Hi guys, it's Mike. Today I'm playing with alcohol inks. Well, one actually. And this is kind of what I made. I'm using the Ranger alcohol inks that I have. And I only want to use one color. And I'm trying to pick it blind, but then I have to take away the glue that's in there for some reason. And the mixatives and the alcohol lift ink refill, because that's not the same thing, is it? And I'm looking for the mixatives because I don't want to make a painting with just mixatives. It turns out I only have two, copper and silver. And I'm looking for it because I thought I had gold as well, but it was probably sold out and I got copper, if I remember. Maybe that was why. It doesn't really matter. So I have these two. And I'm trying to pick it blind, so I'm turning the basket. You can't see, but I have my eyes closed. So yeah, I'm turning it a few more times. So I can't remember which it was where. Yeah. Ooh. And I picked purple. I was happy about that because that's my favorite color. That's Purple Twilight. And well, purple is Purple Twilight. Not my, well, yeah, you know what I mean. My favorite color family, I would say. So I'm putting everything back, and yeah. Do you think gold would go better or silver? I went with silver. And for it, I also need a Yupo paper, of course. This is the one I have from Lith Supplies. I also had a pack that was standing in the basket, is from Ranger. And sorry, I had to cut up a little bit because it was out of focus. I have this really old blow dryer that I was given for paint work, actually. And you can't use your heat gun on Yupo paper because it's too hot and will probably melt your paper. And because I want to tilt, see, then it goes out of focus again a little bit. I'm sorry, but I'm still learning my camera. But I'm taping it down on a board. And usually I would just use my small cutting mat for it, but that's not heat resistant. And I don't know if the blow dryer will affect it. But a piece of MDF works just as fine. And I had laying it around. So I cut up the camera again, I'm sorry. And I'm now trying to zoom in and make it focus. Yeah. I'm putting the ink in a little cup that is actually, I think, like a shot glass. It has measurements on the side, and I bought them for my acrylic pour because of the measurements, and I thought I would do for resin as well. I haven't used them for that just yet. And I put the alcohol ink. It will evaporate and leave behind the pigment, so you can reuse it again and again. That's why I labeled it, just so that I know next week, so tomorrow. But it's, this is the first cup. Once you start doing this more often, it might become a bit more difficult. So all I'm doing, putting some ink down with a dropper, a pipette. That was actually too heavy for my cups, and it made my cup spill. So be careful with that. And also this blow dryer, I thought was a bit strong, and then I switched to my regular hair dryer, and that was actually even more like a tornado, I think. I took off the little, what is that, concentrator thingy on the top, on the end. And yeah, so here's my brown hair dryer. And it worked. My paper didn't buckle or melt or anything. I used setting 1. I know there's some blow dryers that have cold air as well, but I don't know if that helps with the drying. So I can't tell because I don't have one. So you might try it if you have that. Go and see in your bathroom. So now I'm putting on some of the silver, let's say straight up, pure, and then I'm trying to move it. And I want to keep the blob in the middle with lots of white edges. And yeah, I should have stopped playing 10 minutes earlier, I guess, for that to happen, because now I got a whole sheet full of stuff. And you can do this with drinking straw as well. I used to do that in kindergarten and Ecoline ink, but blowing through a straw gives me headaches, so I thought I'd try this. And I like the Ranger inks because it says Purple Twilight, but as soon as you put alcohol on it, it dilutes into different colors. It separates, and you can see blue and pinks and purples, and I like that. And I think by adding layers upon layers, you get that watercolor effect that I was trying to achieve. And I'm trying to keep it in the middle, so I'm always adding color in the middle. And turn off your blow dryer when you put on color, because somewhere I didn't. And yeah, that blew away straight away. I guess alcohol ink is very light, because it doesn't do that with the white ink that I splattered on later, and the distress spray stains silver pewter. And I also splattered some alcohol inks. Oh, sorry, so alcohol ink, some undiluted alcohol, although being a little bit purple now, just to make some splatters like I would do with watercoloring or distress inks backgrounds. And I think this might be very cool to try and do a galaxy, because it has these shapes, and I don't know, not sure how to do with the white, because it would be on black and they're transparent, but I will have to think about that. Don't know, see what happens if you put it on straight and the blow dryer is still on. Yeah, and that was too strong, so I diluted and tried to put it back in the middle, and yeah, it was fun playing with it. I like the result, especially in the end and in the video. If you stick around and till the end, it's almost there, 2 minutes I think, then you can see the close-ups, and they are very interesting, much more than it looks now, like a hot mess. And it's twice the size as a card base, standard card base, so I will probably just die cut, the interesting bits from it and put it on a strip. I don't know yet, it's still drying now, so while I edit the video. And I'm not sure if brush pewter and the white ink will dry on it, because it's not a porous paper, is it? So yeah, it's the first time I play with these inks and stuff. I don't use alcohol inks much, as much as I should probably. I don't know if all the colors are also composed of more, but I will try it with greens. I think that would be really cool, and like a nature close-up microscope picture. Like, I don't know, I'm just making up as I go, but yeah, the intent was to keep it in the middle, like it's floating on white, and make it maybe look a little bit like an acrylic pour. But yeah, that didn't happen. It's the first time I have to control and get to know my blow dryer, because I never use it, and I'll probably hold it higher. I will play with it more, because that's how we do it. So my camera's about to cut out, but all I did was splatter also some ink on it, and you can see the shimmer from the mixative. And well, that's pretty much it now for the close-ups. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you feel inspired, might want to give this a try. I can see I like these little layered effects, and maybe I will try a bit more colors instead of just one, but that's next time. Bye.